No one will warn you. Not your mother. Not your friends. Not the society that profits from your mistakes. They will hand you romance novels, fairy tales, soft advice wrapped in smiles. But they won't tell you the truth. The wrong woman will end you. You won't see it coming. You'll think you're in love. You'll call it fate. You'll call it passion. But what you're really doing is handing your future to someone unworthy of holding it. And you won't even realize you've been conquered until it's too late. Machiavelli knew. He saw what the poets refused to say. He watched men fall not from war or failure, but from women they thought they could fix. Not by sword, but by surrender. Not by betrayal, but by blindness. They say love is the answer. But what they never say is love without clarity is self-destruction. And most men walk into it willingly, smiling, dreaming, hoping. She's beautiful. She's soft. She makes you feel wanted. But none of that matters if she lacks respect for your mission. Because a woman without respect will not follow your lead, she will sabotage it. Slowly. Subtly. Sweetly. You'll start arguing more. You'll start compromising more. You'll stop building. You'll stop growing. Until one day you wake up a shell of the man you used to be. And by then, she's gone. Or worse, she's still there, watching the ruin, pretending she had nothing to do with it. And you? You'll blame yourself. But here's the brutal truth. It wasn't your fault. But it was your choice. And that's what no one tells you. Not every woman deserves access to your empire. Not every woman can walk beside a man who's building something greater than himself. So complain later if you ignore the warnings now. But don't say you weren't told. Because what I'm about to reveal isn't opinion. It's survival. Every man has eyes. But few have the gift of penetration. Most see beauty and call it value. They see softness and call it loyalty. They see submission and call it love. Fools. Machiavelli warned us. Men in general judge more from appearances than from reality. And because of that one flaw, kingdoms have fallen. Legacies have died. Men who built empires with stone, fire, and blood, undone by a smile they couldn't see past. You think you're smarter. You think you can tell the difference. You can't, not unless you learn how to see beneath the surface. Because here's the dark truth. Not all women are dangerous, but every man is vulnerable. She doesn't need to destroy you with malice. All she has to do is distract you. Pull your attention away from your path. Drain your energy with drama. Soften your edge with comfort. And soon you'll be asking her for permission to live the life you were born to lead. And you'll call it love. You'll call it partnership. But it's really obedience. High-value men don't fall in love with appearances. They evaluate alignment. Because beauty fades. But values don't. Character doesn't. Discipline doesn't. A high-value woman isn't loud about what she is. She doesn't advertise. She doesn't beg. She doesn't chase status, she becomes it. She's rare. And that's why most men never find her. Because they're too busy chasing what looks good instead of what is good for them. If she's beautiful but lacks loyalty, leave. If she's charming but drains your energy, leave. If she loves you but doesn't respect you, walk away without apology. Because the world won't save you. No one's coming to fix your broken focus. Not when you gave it away for a body, a voice, a fantasy. You are not here to be entertained. You are here to build, to lead, to conquer yourself. And that mission requires a woman who multiplies your clarity, not subtracts from it. So sharpen your eye. Test with patience. And always remember, the most dangerous woman is not the one who breaks your heart. It's the one who slows your purpose. Forget what they told you. Forget the fairy tales. You are not here to be loved. You are not here to be understood. You are here to build, to advance, to win. A man who prioritizes love over strategy is a man preparing his own execution. They raised you to be soft, to be polite, to be a good man. But they never told you the cost of being good without being wise. You chased warmth. You chased smiles. And now you're wondering why you're stuck. Why your ambition faded, why your focus is scattered, why your strength feels like a memory. It's because you chose the wrong woman. And worse, you chose her with your heart, not your mind. Machiavelli didn't write for lovers. He wrote for leaders. He knew the truth most men fear to admit. The wrong alliance destroys more than the enemy ever could. You think she loves you? Good. But does she honor your mission? Does she move in rhythm with your goals? Does she sharpen your vision or question it every time it doesn't serve her emotions? A high-value woman doesn't weaken your edge, she hones it. She doesn't need you to be less, she challenges you to be more. She doesn't beg for your attention, she respects your direction. But most men settle for comfort. Because survival is hard. And being needed feels easier than being aligned. But here's the lesson you must learn. Need is not love. Emotion is not loyalty. And comfort is not growth. The masses will keep chasing feelings. They'll drown in false intimacy. But not you. Because now you know, this isn't about romance. It's about readiness. You are not here to save her. You are not here to be healed by her. You are here to build something immortal. And for that, you need a woman who walks beside your fire without flinching. One who sees your path and chooses to walk it with discipline, not distraction. So stop looking to be adored. Start looking to be respected. Because only in respect is there alignment. And only in alignment is there power. She won't tell you she's high value. She won't post it on her story. She won't wear it like perfume or scream it through aesthetics. She moves in silence. She builds in shadow. And if you're wise, you'll learn to see her before she's gone. There are 5 traits. 5 silent indicators. Not of a woman who looks valuable, but of a woman who is. Discipline over drama. She doesn't explode. She doesn't manipulate through chaos. Her emotions are felt, but never weaponized. And if she ever cries, it's not for attention. It's because something sacred was violated. You won't need to manage her moods. Because she's already mastered herself. And that's the first sign she's worth walking beside. Mystery over exposure. She doesn't showcase her body for validation. She doesn't tell the world her every thought, every plan, every pain. She understands that power is protected through mystery. And while others perform for the algorithm, she remains an enigma. Because real worth doesn't beg, it waits. Respect over validation. She doesn't need to be praised every hour. She doesn't test your loyalty just to feel pretty. She respects herself, and she respects you. Not because you're perfect, but because she recognizes your intention. She knows that respect is the foundation of love, not the result of it. Self-sufficiency. She doesn't need saving. She has her own direction, her own rhythm, her own weight. But she's smart enough to choose alignment over isolation. She can walk alone, but would rather build with a man of vision. She's not a burden. She's an asset. And in a world full of neediness, that makes her rare. Cold logic beneath warm smiles. Don't be fooled. She smiles. She nurtures. She laughs. But beneath it all, she's watching. She's calculating. She sees your weakness, your indecision, your potential. Not to punish you, but to measure your worthiness. She doesn't fall in love blindly. She selects. She studies. She moves with strategy, not emotion. And that is what makes her most dangerous of all. Because if you fail to lead with purpose, she won't fight you. She'll simply disappear. Machiavelli didn't write for the weak. He didn't comfort broken men. He didn't hand out hope, he handed out weapons. And among the sharpest of those was this: selection is everything. Because a man who fails to choose wisely chooses to suffer. And in a world where softness is marketed as virtue, you must learn to be cold in your judgment. Yes, cold. Because only cold judgment cuts through warm deception. You must observe. You must test. You must evaluate not her words, but her patterns. She says she supports your goals. Does she interrupt them with insecurity? She says she respects your leadership. Does she constantly challenge your decisions? She says she loves you. But does she make you better or softer? The ruthless man does not get fooled by affection. He watches. He listens. And when her energy begins to dilute his focus, he doesn't explain, he removes. Machiavelli warned us. The wise man does at once what the fool does finally. You wait too long, you die by 1,000 emotional cuts. You explain too much, and she learns how to twist your logic. You tolerate too often, and she learns that weakness is your language. High-value men don't choose with hunger. They choose with standards. Because they know that every woman you let close is either fuel or fire. She will either build your kingdom or burn it. And there is no middle ground. So be ruthless. Not cruel, but clear. If she lacks vision, dismiss her. If she's addicted to attention, block her. If she believes femininity is weakness, never look back. You're not judging her soul. You're judging her suitability. And if you won't be ruthless in selection, life will be ruthless in correction. There are traits you cannot fix. Behaviors you cannot reason with. Energies you cannot afford to tolerate. And if you're not man enough to reject them, then you're not man enough to lead. Here's what you must walk away from without apology. Emotional chaos as identity. If her default state is drama, leave. If she finds joy in conflict, run. Because no man builds a dynasty with a woman who craves destruction. Her chaos will become your mental prison. You'll spend more time fixing her storms than building your future. Disrespect in public or private. One act of disrespect, one, is enough. Because if she mocks you once, she'll do it again. And every time you excuse it, you lower your value in her eyes. Respect is the foundation. Lose it, and love becomes a leash. Addiction to attention. If she can't go a day without validation from strangers, she is not yours. She belongs to the algorithm. You are not her priority, you are her placeholder. Until the next source of dopamine appears. Entitlement without effort. If she expects the world while giving nothing, walk away. If she uses femininity as leverage but offers no peace, walk away. A high-value woman earns your energy by how she multiplies it, not how she drains it. Weaponized victimhood. If every disagreement makes her the victim, you will spend your life apologizing for sins you didn't commit. And slowly, your masculinity will be chipped away by emotional guilt. Never argue with a woman addicted to being wounded. You're not her savior. You're her next scapegoat. You want peace? Then learn to reject without mercy. Because mercy without standards becomes self-betrayal. And betrayal tolerated becomes identity. You've been told to seek love. You've been told to find the one. But what they never told you is this. Love without power is slavery with roses. And if you give a woman your heart before she's earned your trust, you will bleed from a wound you gave yourself. Machiavelli didn't believe in romance. He believed in order, in structure, in balance of forces. And so should you. Because at the end of all of this, you're not just choosing a woman. You're choosing your future, your sanity, your legacy. So don't let softness blind you. Don't let beauty enslave you. Don't let loneliness make you desperate. The world is full of women, but only a few can stand next to a man with vision. And even fewer know how to protect his fire without extinguishing it. You are not cold for being careful. You are not cruel for choosing with clarity. You are not heartless for walking away from chaos. You are a man. And a man who builds must protect what he builds, even if it means walking alone, until the right woman finds her way to the fire you refuse to dim. Because in the end, a real king does not beg for peace. He selects it.